G'day, it's James from Espresso Resto, where restored is the new. So today in the video we'll be looking at Nuova Simonelli's Oscar 1, and we'll be breaking down what's great about the machine, some of the shortfalls that the machine came out of the factory with, and how you can put some upgrades in to remedy those. So why don't we dive in? When Simonelli was getting this machine out into the market, they were looking to give the consumer a real big monster heat exchanger boiler. So you got a 2-litre heat exchanger boiler inside this machine, and they were trying to do that at a price point to sort of grab a bunch of new consumers into heat exchanger machines. So big heat exchanger boiler, 2-litre, but they skimped on a few things, but we'll talk about that in a minute. At the back, we've got a removable plastic water tank. Okay, it is a plastic clad machine. Around the front, we've got our steam control, a plastic knob, but inside is all brass pipe, copper pipes and brass fittings and things like that. So underneath, it's pretty damn good. Here we've got a four-hole steam tip for really great steam, and we can see that I just open that up and it loads of steam. So it does have a few too many turns for my liking to turn on and off. We've got our power on and off. We've got our extraction button, nice and simple. If you want coffee, you press that button, then you stop it, that's up to you. You've got a light here for when the water runs down in your tank. And here, this is the element light that the element is on or it's off. So, you know, you see that when it's cycling, at heat up it'll be on, and then when it's turned off, it'll be off. So what was missed when Simonelli was building this was they skipped a overpressure valve, they skipped an anti-vac valve, and there was no flow regulation particularly into the group during extraction. So I've gone in and I've put in an overpressure valve, so that means that instead of pump pressure being all the way to the group handle, it's reducing the pressure down to the ideal 9 bars from the pump's 15. I've also included the anti-vac valve, so that's good for long term, and all high-end machines have them. And then also I've put in these flow restrictors called gigglers, I think they're called, into the flow path so that the water isn't rushing into the group, and it just keeps that to the right flow rate. Okay, so all in all, that makes this machine now as good as it could possibly be, which is a great machine. So we may as well get on and make your coffee. So we got the coffee in the handle, and this is a 58mm brass portafilter, nice and weighty. I think the later ones came with a bit more for like a rubbery grip, but this one's good. And just lock that over. So now we just hit the brew button. Pretty good. We're just having 2 regular strength lattes today. And that's a 3-way solenoid releasing in there. So with again, my usual scenario here, it is a heat exchanger, so I could have been doing the milk at the same time. But as you know, I'm a sequential guy. So just purge the wand out there, grab that, and off we go. And the 4-hole tip really gets this going. And there's oodles of steam on this machine. Oodles and oodles. Oh my goodness. And that's done. Almost done already. And you hear the tonal change to the milk. Yep, and we are done. Probably not the best crema today. So today we've had the Oscar 1 paired with a Nuova Simonelli Grinter grinder, so that's worked out quite well. A very powerful machine, and certainly when upgraded, a really great unit for the home. And I would suggest if you can find one that hasn't been upgraded for a cheap price, that's great. Get into there and get those upgrades done, or get in touch with me. This one's for sale at the moment. So is the grinder. So in the meantime, keep caffeinated.